Okay, it's time for a new rant video. I haven't done one of these in a while. Usually, obviously, when I do these kind of videos, it's when something's happened, and I'm not the kind of person that likes to complain. But when you have poor customer service, then it has to be done. Now, it's regarding a company of yours truly, McDonald's, my local branch, where I am. And this is a double story, so I'll try to be not make the video too overly long. But a couple of weeks ago, they were doing a buy one get one free McChicken sandwich. So you have to place the order through the McDonald's app, which I have, and then obviously pay for Apple Pay. And then if you're close by, you'd click to say I'm close, and obviously they would speed up or whatever it is they have to do. It's a similar thing. It's exactly the same thing that Burger King do, and what I've done sometimes when on Wednesdays they do their Whoppers for £3 rather than £6.49. So I've placed the order, got there, and unfortunately the Bluetooth or the Wi-Fi in their particular branch isn't working very well, and which it used in the past. So I've placed the order, and then what happens is that when you place the order, you get the order number, which is I think it's a 4 or 5 digit number plus your name that's on your app account. So I go to the counter, the kiosk or the counter, whatever you want to call it, explain to them what's happened, that the Wi-Fi connection's gone, but I've got the order number and obviously my name. So I've given the order number, which I remembered, still can't find it. I then said to them, okay, they asked me for my name, so I gave them my full name, which is exactly what it is on the app. Still can't find it. So I said to them, they said to me, oh, you can place the order again. I said, look, I'm not placing the order again. Secondly, to get the buy one, get one free deal, you have to do it via the app. So they started being stupid, and unfortunately, some of the people there, they have a poor language of English, which doesn't help. And then the woman's told me that the only thing I can do is get a bank statement, and I even showed them my Apple Pay where I've actually paid for the order. So I said, this went on for a good 5 minutes when I'm arguing again, being completely useless. So I said, right, what I'll do is I'll try and get a better connection of Wi-Fi somewhere else, and I'll come back. But I said I'm not placing an order again. So I've gone into my local Asda. They've got a good Wi-Fi in there, connected back in there. It's kind of telling me to reorder the order, and I've clicking no. Then I managed to get the order that I had, and then I've screenshotted the actual order, gone back in there, got served by somebody else. I was about to tell them, I showed the guy my phone, and he didn't completely look at the number, and then all he did was he just asked me my name. So I told him my name, which is how it is presented on the app. Well, I gave him the first name because my name is double-barreled, and then he just read up my complete full name, which is how it is on the account. And I thought to myself, well, I don't know why they couldn't have done it the first time. I said, look, to the guy, here's the actual number as well, just to make sure, and then here's the screenshot just in case. And then obviously I've got my order. So then I've written the complaint to the McDonald's customer service. They got an email. I explained to them that ever since they've about last year, they closed it down for about 3 months because they were totally renovating it. And when they eventually reopened, it was completely different staff. And I basically said to them that I'm always having to complain about the poor customer service, and the staff there are not very helpful, and they don't seem to know their job. And they're always and every time I complain, it's the same old thing where they give you a free meal, and they'll pass on their criticism to the staff and the manager, and then they'll try to do better. But every time you keep doing it, they don't. It's the same old crap, and then you just get a free meal. So I didn't fancy cooking anything today, so I thought, let me use my free meal. Tried to scan it at the kiosk. The digital kiosk doesn't work. And then when I've done it the second time, it just says it's been used, even though I haven't used it. When I spoke to a member of staff who was actually quite friendly, he said to me, oh, I sit in the seat, and he goes, you have to go to the counter. While I was waiting, a guy had paid for his meal via the app, and he basically ended up paying for it 3 times. Because according to the manager, who I found that it was the manager, their system wasn't working properly. So the guy goes, look, I've placed the order in there, and because their system's messed up, he's been charged for it, which you can see on his end. or he may have been charged for it, but he's got no order number because the system's messed up. So the guy goes, if I do it again, this is going to be the 4th time. So he goes, look, if it messes up and I have been charged for it 4 times, he goes, are you going to give me a refund for it? A refund for the order and for the other orders that didn't go through? The guy goes to him, oh, well, we'll give you a little refund if you give us the order numbers of the orders that you tried to do and it didn't go through. And the guy goes, but how am I supposed to give you the order numbers when it didn't go through, and then you've just admitted your system's messed up? And the guy kept, the manager kept repeating, his English wasn't that great either, was actually pretty bad as well. So the guy was like going around in circles, just being stupid. So I stepped in and I said, look, what the guy's telling is a lot of rubbish. If he's saying that if you have been overcharged for your order, and he's saying he can't give the order number, which you can't get because he's admitted the system is broken. He goes, I said, what you can do is, that I explained to both of them that my brother used to work in a bank, and I know a little experience about banking as well. I said to the guy, if you have been charged, overly charged, obviously with the other orders, what you do is that you get a printout of your statement, bring the statement back in, see the manager, and then by law they have to give you a refund if you can prove that you've been charged for an order and you haven't got it, because obviously on the statement it will show up McDonald's and how much have to charge you. So I said, if you've got that, regardless of you didn't get an order number, which they didn't do, I said, if you've got a bank statement, that will prove that you have paid for it, that it didn't go through and they have to give it to you. So the guy said to me, thank you. And then the manager of the branch said to me, thank you as well. I find it's dumb because the manager should have known this, that again, if you're sitting there and paying it through a bank card, whether it's through the app or whatever it is that you decided to do it, he should have explained to the guy that if this is the case that you've been charged, it's not, and he may have been charged later, just get a bank statement in, and on another occasion come in, see whoever the bank manager happens to be in that day, and then they have to give you a full refund, or you can ring up customer services and then do that to them. So now I've done all that, scanning the code. The guy has then tried to charge me, obviously because with the QA card code, I'm entitled to a free medium meal. So the guys then tried to charge for the full price of it, and I said no. I said it's a free meal, and then he goes, "Where does it say free meal?" And I've pointed to the guy. I said, "Look, if you look at the email that I've showed him, it says free meal, free medium meal." I said, "Read what it says there." I said to the guy, "What can't you read?" So then I said, the guy still sitting there, doesn't know what he can't seem to know what he's doing. So I said to the guy, what you're supposed to do is that you get your infrared scanner and you're supposed to scan the QA code. So I'm literally telling the manager of the actual branch how he's supposed to do it, which is ridiculous. So he's trying to scan it, and then he's messed it up. So basically it doesn't work. So then he turns around to me and says to me, right, you have to cancel the code, right? The QA code, which I've been sent an email, and then he'll give me another one. So I said to the guy, again, the manager, how am I supposed to cancel the QA code, which I've been QA code, when it's not me that sent it? I said to the guy, this got sent to me by McDonald's customer service via an email. I said, they sent it to me. So how am I supposed to cancel it? I can't cancel something. I said to the guy, I can't cancel something that I never sent. I said, your customer services, your head office sent it to me for me to get a free medium meal. So how am I supposed to cancel it? So I just ripped into the guy. So the guy goes, okay, all right, I'll just give you the meal. He goes, what meal do you want? And I said to the guy, I told you before, I wanted a Big Mac meal. How incompetent can you get? So he says to me, what drink do you want? So I said, all right, I want a milkshake, but I know that you charge extra with the free drinks. They usually give you like an orange juice or a normal like a soft drink like a Fanta or a Coca-Cola, or you can get an Oasis. But if you want a milkshake, they charge an extra 80p. So I said, okay, I'll happily pay the extra 80p to get the milkshake, and on top of that, I'll have and an apple pie as well, which is £1.69. So all I had to pay was £2.49. So I paid for that, and I had to wait ages for the meal, and then eventually I ended up getting my meal. So I've already taken a screenshot of the original email from the head office that entitled me the actual free meal, the actual original QA code that they gave me, and also the receipt of the order that I placed and the date and time when I did it, and I've sent it to customer service again. And I know that they're not going to do anything because I've complained so many times, when all they do is that they apologise, say they're going to pass on their feedback to people, and then they give you a free mealy meal, which isn't good enough because you're just passing the buck. And what makes this worse is that this is the manager that was dealing with this other customer and dealing with me, had a poor use of English and didn't even know his job, and I was explaining to him how he should be doing his job, and he's the manager of the branch. So again, I'm not really holding my hopes high in terms of the reply, because I know what's going to happen. They're going to pass the feedback on, and then I'll get a free meal again. But ever since they refurbished that place and they're putting that new staff in there, the staff there, and then that particular manager there that I saw today, absolutely incompetent. So McDonald's, fast food. If it wasn't for the fact I was hungry, I just wanted something quick, and it was a free meal. Although I had to pay the £2.49 for the milkshake and the apple mince pie. Sorry, the apple pie. Search if I wouldn't have bothered, but because it was free. But and then what they did to that guy, I'm hoping that he finally did get his meal. But I'm hoping, by the grace of God, that he didn't get charged, all that extra for the orders that he tried to place, and then they couldn't do it, and all because of their own incompetence. So yeah, that's McDonald's. So yeah, I know it's a long time I haven't been done a rant, and I know this has gone on for 12 minutes, so I'll just wrap it up. And yeah, McDonald's, absolutely poor customer service once again, and I don't expect it to ever change.